Welcome to V is for Victory, a podcast about how small businesses overcome big battles. I'm your host, Jill Miller of Vera Creative, a boutique marketing firm in the Chicagoland area where I'm also a part-time professor of an advertising course. Join me as I talk with entrepreneurs about the challenges they face as well as their strategies for success. Hey everybody, welcome to episode 17, the second episode of season 2 under V is for Victory, our newly branded podcast. Welcome everybody. Today, I don't have a guest. Today it's just me. I have created Vera Creative's 2020 Holiday Gift Giving Guide, and I am going to go over some of the most creative, one-of-a-kind, practical, affordable, and useful gifts that I have come up with for this year, and I hope that you find inspiration. And if you have somebody on your list that is particularly hard to buy for, I think you'll potentially find at least one item that I've put together for you. I just want to remind everybody before we get started that if you share the podcast, once it airs, just social share or screenshot the episode and then post it to your timeline, your story, your page, and tag Vera Creative. Make sure you're following me on that social platform. Tag Vera Creative. You are automatically entered to win a Starbucks gift card. You could be sipping on a beverage of your choice during the next episode. So without further ado, let's dive into holiday gift giving. So ever since I've been an entrepreneur, I've always gifted my clients each year with a gift, and it's really challenging to come up with new ideas every single year for all the different clients, and especially ideas that I guess when I give gifts I try to go for, hey, like I've been listening, I've been watching, I know you. I really try to give a gift that's going to resonate with my client and make them think like, wow, Jill really knows me, she really gets me, she really thought hard about what I might like. So we really want to go for like the wow factor when I'm giving client gifts. But that can be really, really hard. And I kind of cringe like every time I get like a gourmet basket of crackers or wafers, because I know that that gift was probably so expensive, but it just doesn't say, I don't know, it doesn't communicate that kind of really special, one-of-a-kind. I mean, and I'm in an industry where like my clients and I, we're very close. We know each other. We know a little bit about each other's personal lives. And so I try to just touch in a little bit deeper than gourmet wafers or even chocolates. Because, I mean, let's face it, we just came off of Halloween, where we all stuffed our faces with a bunch of candy, and then we rolled on into Thanksgiving, where we had probably pies and cookies and stuffing and all the things, and then, you know, then there's Christmas, and everybody kind of eats a ton at Christmas too, especially baked goods. I know my mom goes all out making caramels and all sorts of just baked goods, all the different kinds of cookies that you can ever imagine. And whew, I'm getting full just thinking about it all. So anyways, all that said, I've decided to put some of my ideas down on paper or in this audio blog for you. I will also post links to a lot of these items in my blog, veracreative.com, and so that you can kind of browse the list again, go over things. But again, hopefully these things really bring that kind of wow factor for you this year. So the first category we're going over is for him. So guys, as we know, ladies, it is so hard to buy things for men. I always end up going kind of the more practical route for my husband, which kind of is a little bit boring. So these are some items that are a little bit more fun. The first one, this is probably the best gift I've ever given. Honestly, I'm so proud of this gift. And it was from mancrates.com. So I needed a gift for my brother-in-law. He was out of town on a not so fun trip, and I wanted to lift his spirits. So I went to mancrates.com, or I came across it somehow. I don't even remember how, probably Google search. And I ended up getting him this premium jerky ammo can. So it was like a tin can like that you would actually put ammunition in. And it was super cool looking. And then inside was all different flavors and kinds of beef jerky. It's such a man gift, and I knew he would have a long car ride home, and everybody likes to have snacks on a car ride. And the best part about it is that I had to ship it to the hotel, and I was really worried about it actually getting to him. But everything turned out perfectly. Everything turned out fine. The website was really easy to shop. And those are kind of all things that I look for when I'm buying holiday gifts, because let's face it, the less headache, the better. And although this wasn't a holiday gift, it still was like a pretty cool, just I'm thinking about you type of gift. Yeah. So mancrates.com, they have all different kind of like boxes, quote unquote, with different items in the boxes that you can choose from. But like I said, I went with the premium beef jerky ammo can. I thought it was cool because I thought that the can would be reusable or kind of like a cool decoration. I'll have to ask him what he did with it because I don't even know. But anyways, so first item, check off the list. And another thing, okay, practical, totally practical, but a sock club. Sockclub.com is one that I just came across, and I don't know what my husband does, but he always has holes in his socks. And every year my mom gets him socks for Christmas, and I feel like I get him socks throughout the year as well. But I swear, every time he pulls a pair of socks out of his drawer and puts them on, he's got holes in them. So with Sock Club, you can basically sign up for a prescription. You can get the 3-month, 6-month, or 12-month membership and have socks shipped to you. That's kind of a tongue twister. Socks shipped to you every so often. And the really cool part about sockclub.com is, these are not advertisements, by the way. I am not getting paid to promote these brands. But if these brands are listening and they want to pay me, by all means, please reach out, jill.miller@veracreative.com. But anyways, what I thought was super cool about sockclub.com is they have a design lab so that you can design your own socks for your man. Think about like, somebody designed socks with my dog's face on them for me once. That was my sister. Thanks, Sarah. Very cool. So you could put your pet's face or maybe your face, if that's not too creepy, on his socks, or just pick a pattern or maybe even a saying. But I thought that was super cool, and they're affordable and they're quality socks. And then another awesome company that I have not given a gift from this company, but I've seen this gift in action, and it is such a doozy. If you go to manlymanco.com, they have, get ready for it, bacon roses. What are bacon roses? Bacon roses are bacon-shaped roses, like edible roses made from bacon. Okay? So this gift is so unique. It is so cool. I went to their website as I was doing research for this episode, and they're currently sold out, but I feel like this makes a great Valentine's Day gift for men or a birthday gift for men, especially if you're shipping it to the office, because when bacon roses arrive, it totally does not hurt their manhood. I don't know if your man would like a bouquet of actual roses, but I know my husband would be a little bit like, thanks, buy it. But bacon roses, that's just a whole nother level. So manlymanco.com for all your bacon rose needs. All right, moving on to her. So I know guys think that women are so hard to buy for, and of course we love everything, especially if it sparkles. So you really can't go wrong there. But here are some of the things that I have come up with for 2020 that I think that she'll really appreciate. A silk pillowcase. So I started sleeping on a silk pillowcase quite a few years ago, and I will never go back to anything other than I'll never sleep on anything other than silk. No cotton, no satin, nothing. It's got to be silk. Fabric experts apparently say that it's better for your hair and your skin because as you're tossing and turning at night, they're nice and slippery and there's less friction. So you're not pulling at your hair and something that has to do with the wrinkles of the face. I don't know. You can look it up, but it's supposed to be better for you. And I just think it's more comfortable and they stay colder longer. So that's a huge plus for me. One pro tip about buying silk pillowcases is really pay attention to the fabric because some will claim that they're silk, but they're actually like a satin or a satin blend and not pure silk. But if you're paying around $50 or so per pillowcase, then you're probably getting true silk. All right, so that brings me to eco flowers. Have you guys heard of eco flowers? If you do a quick Google search, you will see articles like eco flowers might be Shark Tank's biggest disaster of all time. If you there's Facebook groups about how horrible their customer service is. I mean, this was like a company that in theory was so fantastic and then in execution was a disaster. I ordered from them at one time and the order never shipped and I spent many hours online with customer service and they told me all these crazy things like, well, the next time somebody walks down to the floor where we make all of our items, they'll check on it for you. Like, what? What do you mean the next time somebody walks down there? That's weird. So I think I eventually gave up on them. I had to call my credit card company. My credit card company had to refund me the money. So that's just a total pain. But what eco flowers are, is they're basically flowers that won't die. Many are made from like a really thin wood, such as it's called Sola wood, S-O-L-A, Sola wood. And in 2017, I went on Etsy and I bought my flowers, my wood flowers. I walked down the aisle with them at my wedding. And after that, I put them in a vase and they're literally still on display in my home today, looking the exact same as when I got them. You can choose from all different kinds of colors, all different size and types of arrangements, and those crafty little folks over on Etsy, like they don't stop with just bouquets. They make all kinds of flowers and home decor items from the same type of wood, and they're really beautiful. And again, they're probably cheaper. It's probably like a little bit cheaper than just like a dozen long stem roses, I would imagine, and they last forever. They don't die. And you can always swap them out per the season or when you decorate your home and you change up the colors. They're just a great accent piece. So Eco Flowers was like one of the first companies that started doing these, but I'm pretty sure they're not even around anymore, or maybe they've since rebranded. But I would definitely look up wood flowers or Sola flowers on Etsy. They're super cool. Okay. Last item for her. Are you ready for it? The staycation. Oh my gosh, my husband and I are huge fans, you guys, of staycations. It's like a gift that just gives you something to look forward to. So what we do is we stay local, and then the money that we save on travel, we put towards room upgrades. So I really like to find boutique hotels that offer little extra touches or amenities. We are Hilton Rewards members, so I would look for like the Curio Collection or the Waldorf Astoria hotels to really just feel like I'm living the life of luxury just for a day or two. And then what we do is we pair it with like a fun activity so that we can create a memory. We've done the Naperville River Walk. We've done indoor skydiving, spa packages. A lot of these hotels have amazing spas. Wisconsin Dells, if you're nearby, check out their Sundara Spa. It's like I think it's rated one of the top spas in the world, like the whole world. So I highly recommend looking into them. But yeah, so hotel, staycation, spa day, and then we usually cap it off with some fine dining. We go look up some of the local restaurants, some of the more higher end restaurants. And all of that is going to take some planning, but guys, believe me, your girl knows this, she understands this, and this is what makes the gift like truly even more special. When you go to all of the efforts to really plan out an entire day of just luxury and relaxation and fun and good food and, like I said, memories. A lot of the places we go are very scenic, so we get great pictures. So highly, highly recommend on your 2020 list of gifts that you plan a staycation for your family or for your spouse, just a getaway. They're so fun and so refreshing. Okay, so next up we have the health conscious people. So I think a lot of times alcohol is the obvi go-to when it comes to gift giving, but it just lacks in the creativity department. And I think if your person is really health conscious, then they might not even drink, like they might not partake. So I've come up with a few alternatives for the health conscious person. One is sold by Young Living, so you'd have to find a Young Living rep. That's me. Or you probably know somebody because, let's face it, who doesn't know somebody? But Young Living sells a beverage called Ningxia Red, and it's also sold in some health food stores. But Ningxia comes in a fancy bottle, and it tastes great, and it packs a nice healthy punch for adults, and you can even serve it to children. It's made from wolfberries and other fruit juices, but it's still like a low sugar option, and it's meant to support energy levels and cellular function and even things like eye health. Now, this gift comes with a little caveat. Buyer beware, Ningxia Red is not cheap by any means. It's very comparable to what I would consider a middle-of-the-road bottle of wine. So you're looking at like $40 to $50 for a 750 milliliter bottle. But it's worth it. I have been craving it so bad lately. I'm totally going to the health food store that's behind my house to pick up a bottle today. Because I can't wait until my monthly order ships. So very cool, very thoughtful, definitely outside of the box. Not many people have heard of it, but it's delicious. It's served cold, by the way, if you were wondering. Another gift I've given, this is probably the only gift I ever gave my CrossFit client, who is also my best friend, so it's fine, that they've ever liked. But she's super, super hard to buy for. And let's face it, like most people that we buy gifts for, they can buy what they want anyways, right? It's like if there's really something they want, they have the means to go out and buy it, which I just think makes gift giving even harder. But anyways, for my CrossFit client, I got her and her family a box of meats from primalpastures.com. They have all different varieties of proteins that are pasture-raised, organic, and soy-free. This was a hit. The meat ships frozen in a fully recyclable packaging, and the website is super easy to shop. Again, I'm a big fan of just easy, fast. So primalpastures.com. And I know there's a bunch of other farms and high quality places that you can order your meats from. So again, if you don't use Primal Pastures, that's fine. You can always look up your own. I just say it because that's the site that I have the most experience with. So primalpastures.com. And then this last item on the health conscious list is a little harder. I'm not going to lie. I came across a website once, but I've lost it. So I can't link it in the blog. It's going to take some digging. But a lot of local farms, they don't have the best search engine optimization or website or social media presence. But they offer monthly delivery of in-season fruits and vegetables. So you can sign up and pay for maybe a a large box or a small box of fruits and vegetables, whatever they grow that's in season. And this is just like such the perfect gift for health conscious people, because we know that we are trying to avoid store-bought fruits and vegetables that have been sprayed with chemicals or genetically modified or shipped from Timbuktu, who knows where, that don't even last a day. So go local farms, local food boxes from local farms. That will really wow your health conscious guests on your list. And then, one more for the health conscious. Yes, I wanted to talk to you guys about yoga mats. We pretty much all have a yogi in our life, and if they're a seasoned practitioner, I feel like they're probably already using one of three mats: Manduka, Lululemon, or Jade. But if your person is just getting into yoga or just mentioned wanting to start yoga, they're probably using like a standard, very floppy, a little bit more on the thin and squishier side. They kind of look like, I don't really know how to explain it other than like little pieces of styrofoam packaging all squished together to make up the mat. They're like $15 to $30. These mats are okay, but they don't offer a lot of padding because they're so soft. You kind of squish into them, so they're not as firm for balancing. And even if you fold it, like sometimes you'll be like on your knees doing a pose, and people who have bad knees, they need more cushioning, so they have to fold their mat over a couple times. And these cheapo mats, like, they really just don't provide the comfort that people need and for your joints. And like I said, because of what they're made from, like your toenails tend to scratch up the back of the mat if you're like doing down dog, up dog transitions, and the mats start to pill, and they don't last very long. And even at $30, that's still like a decent price to pay, and you don't want to be getting a $30 mat every couple months. So to make the investment in the Manduka, the Lululemon, or the Jade yoga mat, I highly suggest it, but it does require a little bit of getting to know your yogi and what their preference is. I am a huge fan of the Manduka Pro mat. I have had my Manduka Pro for probably 15 years. It shows zero signs of wear and tear. And I also have a Pro Light mat, which is just a little bit of a lighter version. The Pro mat is like 10 pounds. It's very heavy. So not necessarily that good for travel, but the best yoga mat I've ever practiced on by far. And the Pro Light is just a little bit lighter and much easier for travel. I've probably had that for about 8 years, maybe. It's a little bit of a lighter color, so it's showing like some dirt because I've practiced outside in it, in the grass and on the concrete and all over the place. But yeah, then like Lulu mats, lots and lots of people use Lulu mats. Lots of people swear by them. I feel like it's a little bit more of the, I gotta have Lulu. If you're a person who does yoga, if you notice a lot of Lululemon apparel in their closet and they're always, begging for Lululemon gift cards so they can buy the $110 yoga pants, then they'll probably really appreciate the mat. I know a lot of people, when they do hot yoga, they don't need a towel over their Lulu mat because it's meant for hot yoga. It's meant to absorb and get actually like stickier, I guess you could say, as you sweat. So that's a huge plus. And then the other one, like I said, to look into is the Jade yoga mat. Come in, dog. Sorry, guys. My dog is being a pain in my butt, and I've already had to stop recording once because he was barking, and I wanted to spare you from the hound's howl. But the Jade yoga mat is a great option. I know it's what Baron uses, I think. He uses it. I think I noticed that at my teacher training. So a lot of, he would never call himself a guru, but or a master for that matter. But yeah, I know a lot of people that are very seasoned practitioners, been doing yoga for years and years and years, very dedicated yogis that use the Jade yoga mat. It is extremely thin. I don't know that much about it, but if it wasn't good, then these yoga warriors definitely wouldn't be using them. So I definitely trust their opinion. So that's just one more option for you to look into. So those three yoga mats, the Manduka, the Lululemon, and the Jade, are kind of the top three sellers, I would say, in the industry. Okay, hopefully you guys are getting some good tips and some good ideas. But if not, I have a few more for you. Here's kind of like a rapid fire, just a quick list of additional ideas. So if you've got like a newbie foodie or chef in your family or on your list, a food processor. I love my food processor. The only thing I don't love about my food processor is there's so many parts to it, and then you have to clean all the parts. But I feel like, I don't know, cleaning up is just part of the whole like fun, I guess you could say, of cooking. But food processor is the greatest invention ever. Saves so much time. It sounds super strange, but like, I don't like onions, okay? Don't like onions. I think they're gross. I don't like the smell. I don't like the taste, but I'll eat things like pico and, guacamole. I think I'm on a Mexican kick right now because all my examples are Mexican food, but I'll eat those things that have onions in them. So what my food processor does is it chops them up like super, super small. Oh, for Christmas, I made a couscous dish that had onions in it. Normally I would just omit it, but I have to say, like, I feel like, okay, when I'm trying a new dish, I really want to like follow the recipe and all the ingredients to a T. So I was like, okay, well, I'll just bust out my food processor because I know it will chop up the onions into such a small size that as I take a bite of my newly founded couscous dish, I won't even like be able to really tell that they're in there. So that is probably the number one reason why I like the food processor. Plus then I don't have to smell the onion. I mean, I have to cut it up in like a little bit, but it doesn't get like so on my hands. And I'm not good at chopping. I would probably chop off my finger if I really tried to like dice up something that small. So food processor, if you don't own one, get one. And I don't have an air fryer, but I've heard great things about air fryers. And I know somebody on my list this year that's probably getting an air fryer. So that is another option. I guess it's just like a healthy way to make fried food. If you can even like say those two words in the same sentence. I'm not entirely positive, but it uses air, not oil. So I guess there's less calories in that if you're, if being health conscious means less calories to you. And then another thing that I've heard great things about that I'm totally not there yet in my cooking skills, but a KitchenAid professional mixer. I've heard that those are amazing. And they're probably like maybe a little better for people who bake, and I don't bake. But I do like to cook, and I do love my food processor. And my parents love their air fryer. And I know people who love their KitchenAids. So if the person on your list doesn't have any of those items, go for it. The pet parent. The pet parent. So I've gotten this as a gift and I've given it as a gift. I got it as a Christmas gift and I've given this when a friend of mine's puppy sadly passed away, and I just wanted to cheer her up. The website is called onehopewine.com. ONE, hopewine.com. And you kind of have to scroll a little bit because this isn't like their main jam or anything, but they have 2 gift box options, one for dog lovers and one for cat lovers. And the gift box comes with wine for the humans, obviously, and toys for the pets. But what's great about One Hope Wine is that each purchase of these boxes, a portion of the proceeds helps fund pet adoption. So that's something super fun. It comes very nicely packaged, which I think is just like half of the gift is like the wow factor to a gift is the presentation of it. So it comes very nicely packaged, and the toys are definitely high quality toys. And who's next? The self-care guru. 2 things every self-care guru needs. I have neither, but these things are so on my holiday wish list for anyone who's listening. A massage gun and a microdermabrasion pen or wand. So these massage guns are like these little it's got like a little ball, I want to say, on the end of it, and you like pull the trigger or squeeze the handle or whatever it is, and it like vibrates back and forth, and it just massages your sore muscles. I've definitely seen the Sitch promoting them, Mike Sorrentino, The Situation, Jersey Shore, anybody? I've definitely seen him touting them on his Instagram page. A lot of these items, I'm sure you can find a discount code if you look on Instagram and you like try to find an influencer who is touting these things. But and the microdermabrasion pen, I've definitely seen like the Duggar girls, I believe maybe Nastia Lukin at one point, or some gymnasts I know for sure is a brand ambassador for them. But both items I feel like are just kind of, I mean, do we need them? No, but would they save us time and money and having to leave our house, especially when things are closed because of stupid like closures because of, you know, the pandemic or whatever. I can't get my dog to come inside, and everybody, come on. I'm sorry you have to deal with this on the show. All right. He's just going to stay outside. Okay, he's in. But yes, so are they absolute necessity items? No, but are they nice to have when you can't get to the spa or can't get a massage? 100%. And I feel like the technology, these items have been around for a little while, but I feel like right now the technology has probably come a little bit further. And so I can't speak to any particular brands on either items. You'd have to do your own research, but I do think these two are definitely worth making the cut, especially if you have somebody who just seems to have everything already or is really hard to buy for. Okay, and who's next on our list? The entrepreneur. Yes. So this may seem super weird, but it's definitely out of the box, and I think that they would appreciate it. So if you know somebody who's just starting out of their business, consider gifting them like a logo or a website or professionally designed business cards or some type of other startup expenses. So firms like mine, Vera Creative, everybody, veracreative.com, we offer branding packages, but we also do solo options as well. But it really is just meant to help the small business get up and running and maintain a certain level of professionalism without cutting corners. Like if I had $1 for every client who had a friend just mock up their website or throw together a logo and everything is now disjointed because of it, I would be like super duper rich. So I feel like in the beginning, or the other thing, and I think I've said this in other podcasts, like people who have like one file of their logo that can't be resized and it doesn't fit as a Facebook profile picture or an Instagram profile picture, or, you know, like you should have many different file sizes and types of your logo for different uses, different file types for online versus different file types for print. And a lot of times people like they pay like several $100s and they still don't get what they really truly need. So don't let the entrepreneurs in your life cut corners just because they're getting started, and starting a business can be so expensive, especially the marketing and the branding side. But you know, hire somebody like me who can help them out. And yeah. And then another thing for entrepreneurs I think is great is we spend a lot of time in front of our computers, or anybody right now actually spending a lot of time in front of your screens or computers, the blue light blocking glasses. These are really inexpensive but highly effective game changers. I love mine. I feel like my eyes don't get as fatigued. And then when I need to shut down my computer at night, I actually sleep better because the blue light actually, like, I don't know, it disrupts your brain waves or something like that. It makes you more like hyperactive, or I don't really even know the science of it or how to, like, I know I've read the science of it, but I don't know how to interpret it. So, but either way, they save your eyes from straining and looking at your computer, and then they help you they're like, you can wind down easier after you've been staring at the screen all night. And last but not least, I just want to encourage everybody that when you can, shop local. If you're looking for something that can be homemade or personalized, there's likely someone near you who can do it. Again, a lot of these small businesses don't have the best online presence, but these business owners can be found in Facebook groups, especially those mom groups, talking about their talents and showing off their talents and promoting their businesses. And shopping local just has so many benefits. Everything from the super lofty, I'm supporting someone's dreams, to the much more practical, I'm helping somebody put food on the table. It's a serious business. So I really want to encourage you to do that. I have our next guest, I think it's our next guest, I'll just say an upcoming guest, just put a post on her social media the other day that I thought was super interesting. It had, me and my statistics. It had a great statistic that said when you spend $100 at a local business, roughly $68 stays in the local community. Whereas when you purchase from a big business, only $48 finds its way back into the community. So you're doing not only that business owner a favor, but you're really doing your own community a favor. And right now, small businesses are hurting, and we have to do everything that we can to help them out and keep them afloat, even if it means we don't get it at our doorstep the same day, even if it means we pay a little bit more for it. You do get what you pay for, the quality, the time, the ethics, the honesty. It's all there with small business owners. I mean, we hope. So definitely want to encourage you all to shop local. All right. There it was. I went through the list super fast. I'm like out of breath. But I wanted to get that out to you guys because the holidays are just around the corner and you need time to think and you need time to research and you need time to shop. So I am going to post this immediately before this even airs. I will post this blog up at veracreative.com. Again, I have some links to some of the items that I mentioned when they're brand specific or website specific, but you can always choose to venture out into other brands if you choose, if they make more sense for your guest, for your person on your list. So there you have it, Vera Creative's 2020 Holiday Gift Guide. I hope you found it inspiring. Don't forget when the podcast airs to share it on your social, tag me. You'll be entered to win automatically a $5 Starbucks gift card. Cheers!